I'm not in focus. Ah! Well, that's kind of awkward because I was totally in focus. Today's video is very exciting because I have found something new out on the market, and of course I snatched it up because I wanted to do a review for you. That rhymed. I'm going to be reviewing the new Dior Nude Air Foundation. I say everything wrong every time. Dior Skin's Nude Air Foundation. I'm in shade 030, which is medium beige, and I picked this up at Sephora. It was $53, and I know a lot of times when people hear Dior, they're like, it's expensive. It's only $5 more than the NARS foundation, so it's not, it is expensive, but it's a medium price for a high-end foundation. You know, it's not like a 75, but it's not a 40. It's a 53, so it's right in there. It's a good medium price for a foundation, especially being Dior. If you're interested in learning more and hearing my experience and my thoughts and all the info on this foundation, well then please just keep watching. We're going to start this video off with me showing you the demo of the foundation because I normally do the demo at the end, and I figured I would let you guys see what the foundation did for me and get a close-up of my face and all that. So we're going to demo it out now. I'm going to apply a little gun in my hair to hold it back. And to start, any liquid foundation you have, I definitely recommend giving it a good shake. It says to shake it on the back of the bottle, but I definitely recommend shaking it because a lot of liquid foundations, the formula in them separate when they just sit there. Love the dropper. So it looks all metal, but this is actually plastic. So normally what I do here is I'll squeegee it, get some in there, and then doop. And then I'll just apply it to the back of my hand to get started. I'm going to start with this much. You can see like how liquidy it is. It's like water liquidy. And I'm going to be using this brush to apply it. It says online that they have a number 11 brush by Dior to apply it. It looks exactly like this. It's a cat tongue shaped synthetic tapered brush, and I like synthetic brushes to apply any liquid foundation because it doesn't absorb your product. If you use a beauty blender, I'm sure it will blend it out absolutely beautifully and it will work great. But whenever you spend $53 on a liquid foundation, you don't want to use a sponge because the sponge, whether it's dampened or not, is going to absorb a lot of your product and you're wasting product because you're just going to end up washing it out of the sponge and down the drain it goes. Or you can just simply apply this with your fingers. I applied it with my fingers the other day and I really liked it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply half of it with this little brush from Makissa brushes. I'll have it linked down below. And the other half of my face I'm going to apply with my fingers. I'm going to get some on the brush and I'm going to start in the center of my face and work outward. I totally have like a zit or a leftover from a zit right there, and I think that's kind of a good thing for this video because you guys can see how sheer the coverage is and you can kind of get a better idea that way. I know that's gross and weird, but this really allows you to see like what you're gonna get. I have freckling on my nose, so you'll see that too. I'm gonna apply 2 or 3 more drops. It kind of just pours out rather than, you know, measuring it in droplets. It just dumps out kind of. Do this half on my forehead. Alright, so this is me adding probably 2 layers of this onto my skin, and I'm going to zoom in. You can totally tell there is some coverage there, but if you have a blemish or an unwanted area, it's not really going to cover it. But if you have a little bit of darkness, as you can see I have some purpling, you don't really see that over here. So that does provide some coverage, and also my freckles are a little bit lighter on this side of my nose, whereas they're more predominant over here. My forehead is pretty clear, but you can see almost a line down the center of my forehead where this side of my face is a little bit more matte, and then this side is a little bit more skin-like because it's just my bare skin. But you can tell a little bit where I have the foundation on. This is probably one of the sheerest foundations though. I'll go ahead and apply it with my fingers to the other side of my face. I find that it's just a little bit hard to get it completely even on your skin whenever you use your fingers, but the fingers are definitely doable, and I think the more you use your fingers with this foundation, the better off you'll be with it. Like, you'll get used to using your fingers. I'm totally using my viewfinder as a mirror right now. Sorry if that's annoying to you guys. Now this is my whole entire face covered with this foundation, and I'll give you guys a close-up to see your own opinions and what you think. You can see my skin coming through this. I mean, you totally can still see the freckling on my nose, and it definitely doesn't look like I'm wearing that much makeup, if any makeup. Definitely sheer coverage, definitely lightweight feeling. Again, you can see my freckling, so you can definitely see my skin through this foundation. Now that you've seen what the foundation actually looks like on the skin, I want to talk to you guys about the foundation a little bit. I feel like Dior just went into a room with all their big important people, and they were like, we're going to change the foundation game, and we're going to come out with something completely different. But I feel like nowadays it's 2015 and cream contouring is really popular, and the heavy conceal and just the full cake face foundation. And do not get me wrong, because I am #1 on board with cake face foundation and facial makeup. I'm sorry. I love it. I love the art of makeup. I love piling on a lot of makeup. I have so much fun with makeup. I just do. But I feel like Dior just took a step back and they were like, let's create something for the everyday woman. This is a super breathable, sheer coverage, everyday foundation. I want to talk about the foundation's claims. Skin will be able to breathe right through this foundation. It is supposed to be very sheer coverage. It's supposed to feel velvety. It is an ultra. I always mess up on these parts. I get so serious and then I screw up, so it turns into goofiness. It's an ultra liquid foundation. It is supposed to enhance your complexion. Basically, it's supposed to be very natural looking foundation. Let your natural radiant skin to shine through this foundation. My first impressions of this, whenever I pulled it out the little dropper, I thought that was pretty freaking cool for a liquid foundation. There's also a little suctiony thing down in there that helps any runoff. I feel like this foundation was definitely perfect for everyday wear, not for nighttime wear, or if I was going to a beauty event and just wanted that full face of makeup, definitely would never go to this foundation for that. But if I was just going to work, to school, and I just needed a little bit of coverage, just a little color to my skin and a tad bit of coverage, I would go right to this foundation. It definitely has an extremely soft, velvety finish. It just feels like, literally like velvet, and that's the best way to describe it. Dry skin, I have a few dry patches on my face right now. I normally do, and it doesn't help those out. It doesn't make them worse, but it definitely doesn't cover them. I mean, it's a sheer coverage foundation. What do you expect? This is not an oil-free foundation, so if you're in the market for an oil-free foundation and you're like, this is something so lightweight, surely it's oil-free. It's not. It does have oils in it. It does have SPF 25 in it, which is pretty high for a foundation because most foundations have SPF 15 in it. I'm obsessed with the dropper. I think that's like the greatest invention in foundations. It's just so easy to use, especially with a liquid foundation. Long lastingness, that's not a word, but we're gonna make it a word today. It is pretty long wearing, but if you're a face toucher, I'm a nose toucher, so I do this a lot. I feel like you could swipe this stuff off your face so fast, but if you don't touch your face at all, I feel like it will sit on your face all day long and it won't move. I feel like it gives your skin a healthy glow. I feel like you're gonna look super natural. I feel like if you need heavy coverage or you want things covered up, you ain't gonna like this guy right here. But I feel like if you're just like, I don't wanna look cake face, I got good skin, I wanna show off my good skin, but at the same time I wanna put on a little bit of makeup, this is your new best friend. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed reviewing it for you. It's something new out in the market, something fresh, you know. What I got for you guys. So be sure to follow me on my social media. So check the description box for that. Check the description box for any additional information about what I'm wearing, about the foundation. I got all kinds of stuff in that description box. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending a little piece of your day with me, and I hope to see you all